Well, hello, it's Amanda here. You might have heard that I have a podcast called Double A Chattery. This is a podcast I do with my best friend Anita. Every week we have a conversation while we're sculling down cups of tea, and we talk about things that matter to us. Big things, small things, stupid things, important things, anything that seems to pique our interest. This week on the podcast we're talking about death. Sounds like a barrel of laughs. But actually it can be a barrel of laughs. Are people approaching death, funerals, obituaries in a very different way? So much to discuss. Here's a snippet of what you'll hear. Eulogies are interesting too, aren't they? And last words. All the imagery is around saying these beautiful things. My brother knows someone, and he's given me permission to tell this story, whose mother-in-law was passing away. And they're all at the hospital. And the guy had a terrible relationship with his mother-in-law. But he was at the hospital to support his wife. It was her mum. Mm-hmm. And things were really drawing to a close. And the wife came out of the room and said, "Mum wants to see you." And he said, "I don't think so." And she said, "No, Mum really wants to see you." So he went in. These are pretty much this woman's final words. She grabbed his hand, the hand of his son-in-law. She looked at him and she said, "You are the rudest man I've ever met." And that was pretty much the final words. And apparently he tried not to laugh and he went, "Yep, fair enough." You think that these final things, if you're about to head off, why should it be any different to every other day of your life? Why do we have to be polite and loving on the way out?
Yeah.
When that's not the truth of it.
I want my last words to be like, "Oh, shit." or "Woohoo." I don't know.
Well, that's the thing. How do you imagine it's going to go?
I have not created a script for that moment.
No, neither have I.
No.
And I don't think it's a healthy thing to do because I think there's ego involved in that too. And yes, if you are facing death, that's one thing. But I can't be bothered thinking it's so important that I need to curate the moment now.
No. There's that piece of it. And on the flip side of that is the expectation that people are going to say incredibly lovely things about you.
Obviously, Anita. Well, I'd like you to submit yours now and I'll correct it for you. I've often been asked in interviews, what do you want your tombstone to say?
What a strange
Or
question.
what's your, what's the word?
Epitaph?
Thank you. What's your elephant? What are your last words? And, I don't, it's not my place to say, despite what you might think. I don't have the ego of here's how I want to be remembered. I just hope I'm remembered as a nice person. But I don't want to curate that memory either. That's not my job.
So I have an old friend. I met her when I was in junior high, and she was the loveliest person with a very difficult past. And
she sounds good.
Yes, but she led a difficult life, let's say. And I found out several months ago that she had passed. And I want to read the first paragraph of her eulogy that was written by a friend that she met a little bit later in her life. It says, "She bloody hated Christmas and was the consummate drama queen, fag hag, piss head, and heavy smoker." So,
well, was she cremated?
So her sudden death and unexpected departure as the fates bore her off on Christmas week should have come as a surprise to no one. But her untimely passing in her sleep from a massive heart attack at the age of 62 most certainly did surprise, shock, and devastate us all. And I thought, what an interesting way of saying goodbye to a woman who had
Who'd been a character.
A character.
That's how I stopped laughing when you said she was 62. It was funny until then.
And suddenly it got...
Suddenly it's a tragedy.
Yes.
I saw this great video of these two girls and I thought it was so funny and refreshing. Their mum has passed away and the two of them are saying the things to their mother that has happened since her passing. And rather than the imagery you'd imagine is you sit down and you're looking over a beach and there's a sunset and you say, "Mum, we miss you," etc. These two girls are so refreshing. They are pissing themselves laughing and talking about things as strangers. They didn't get their tax in and they didn't know they had to register their mother's car. Have a listen.
So our mom died a little over a year ago, and these are some of the things that we'd like to confess to her that have happened since she died. Okay, number one, we didn't know that we had to file your taxes.
Nope.
I didn't know that I needed to get my own insurance. She drove an unregistered not an unregistered, an uninsured car for
uninsured
months.
car for 7 months, and then it suspended your license plate and mine. So I couldn't drive either car with either license plate.
I got the stomach virus so bad I missed Megan's baby shower.
I do it alone.
Megan was a good sport though. Sorry about that.
I tried to do a charity walk for cancer, and I couldn't finish it. And I think I broke my foot.
I don't want you to think I didn't cry at your funeral because I didn't care. It's because I was so pregnant that if I had cried, I would have thrown up.
Isn't it great? I'm sorry I didn't cry at your funeral, but I thought I was going to throw up. And laughter. Why shouldn't there be laughter? Love, grief, and laughter. They're not all separate things, are they?
No. And I'm glad that people are starting to embrace the fullness of grief, because there's going to be terribly sad times, and there's going to be times where you remember somebody and just laugh your ass off because of something that they said, did, that you did together. I think that that's the fullness of this process.
And in our culture, maybe we need to learn to embrace all of it.
Yeah.
And Anita, if I do pass away before you, I've got plans for it to happen the other way around, but I'll tell you about that later. See that red dot on your forehead from the sniper across the road? I want you to strut down the red carpet like a crazy influencer who's had a Brazilian butt lift.
My friend, I would do that for you. Same?
Same.
Okay.
Same.
Okay.
Pinky promise. If you'd like to hear more, we have new episodes dropping every single week. So go to your search bar and type in Double A Chattery, or click the link in the description and join us for a cup of tea.